Good evening, Africa. My name is Grace Kalala. I am from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I have the honor of being your lead presenter here on Ekandji Soft Power. Tonight, we begin a journey that will awaken the continent, celebrate our culture, and unite our vision. May this moment inspire hope in every African home. Bonjour et bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler de l'Ekandji, le soft power congolais. Je vous propose de regarder la toute première vidéo de la chorale Ekandji Soft Power.
Clap your hands and sing the song of unity. Oh freedom over me.
S'il vous plaît, applaudissez pour la chorale Ekandji Soft Power. What a beautiful English song performed by Congolese people.
Et on va passer directement à notre deuxième vidéo, une vidéo témoignage sur ce concept de soft power à la Ekandji.
Qu'entendons-nous par le concept de soft power Ekandji ? Il s'agit d'une vision stratégique qui redéfinit notre approche des relations internationales. C'est une vision conçue par Michel Unga Ekandji dans le silence et dans la difficulté. Cette vision est devenue pour lui un mandat. Un mandat qui porte la mémoire de la République démocratique du Congo et de son peuple. Mais aussi un mandat qui s'enracine dans l'identité africaine et les valeurs de l'humanité. La déclaration fondamentale du soft power Ekandji se lie intégralement dans sa charte constitutionnelle. Au sein de cette charte constitutionnelle, le soft power Ekandji est défini de l'art, de la culture et de l'éthique, mais aussi de la mémoire, de la créativité, de l'humanité et de la responsabilité civique.
Profitez de ces vidéos qui mettent en valeur la beauté de la nature et de la culture de la RDC.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Je suis ravie de vous accueillir ce soir. Congo est notre nation du jour que nous célébrons ensemble aujourd'hui. Enfant du Congo, debout dans la dignité de ton peuple. Aujourd'hui, nous parlons du Congo, demain nous parlerons jusqu'à ce que chaque nation d'Afrique entende son nom.
Welcome, Africa, to a new moment in our history. This is Ekandji Soft Power TV, a platform for the voice of Africa, by Africa, and for Africa. Our vision is to awaken the continent's potential, to connect our people, and to celebrate our shared identity. We honor both our origins and our mission. The Democratic Republic of Congo, the heart of our roots. South Africa, the field where our vision grows and spreads. Through stories, culture, and dialogue, we will explore what unity truly means, and how responsibility and creativity shape our collective destiny. Tonight, the journey begins. Africa, awaken. Africa, rise. Africa, shine.
Sous le clair de lune, nous marchons unis. Pour la paix du monde, chantons sans répit.
L'influence croissante du soft power Ekandji en Afrique centrale est remarquable.
Le soft power Ekandji est une vision qui prend racine dans la recherche de la dignité du Congo.
Je vous invite maintenant à écouter un entretien de Michel Unga Ekandji, qui est un artiste et un penseur.
My name is Michael Unga Ekandji. Most in French they call me Michel. I am from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I am an artist. By artist I say I mean a painter. I started my talent since I started painting since 1994. Then up to now, that's what I'm making a living with. grew up around my father, who was a painter. So he started painting in '64. So as I was growing, I grew around painting. I watching him painting. So painting is something which I was living with. So my early memory for how I started, it is in '94, where I feel that I have to be a painter. Then my first touch, I done it at the absence of my father. He was in Mozambique. Then I took some colors from his stock and paint. And amazing enough, my first 10 painting, because I did 10 painting from my first experience, and all the first 10 painting was sold. Then when he came, he was very surprised, and he said, "You're an artist, you can get on." I think I had no interest before. It's something I grew up with. So to talk about interest, meaning you just something come to you, you think I want to become an artist, but it's something I grew up with. So there were no interest for me to become an artist, but it was a part of my life because I was watching my father doing it. Then as a young person at that time, I believe it was also part of us. So no interest at all. It's like I have to do it one day. The experience which shaped my art most is when I decided to shift away from the style which my father was doing. Because my father was most into realism. He was doing some African villages, some African life of people, but in a kind way he tried to put more details into his work. So when I shift from his style, from where I learned, to become in a contemporary way of doing things, I think that experience is very unique because he himself never did that.
How would you describe your artistic style?
Yeah, as we say, there are three major styles of art. You have realism, you have impressionism, and you have abstract. But I decided to become an impressionist. That's most how I can define my art. But when talking by style, there's also some technique, because you can't do better your work without having any technique. The technique you can acquire it to the university, where people are going academically to learn art, or something also you can develop it naturally. So my technique is coming naturally, which I usually call it a subconscious technique, because it's something I never plan. Then I don't know what I will do next, but if something is coming just like that, then I can express myself in that way.
What challenges did you face when pursuing a career as an artist, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, at first I was thinking art is a career. Yeah, I was thinking art is a career where you are there to produce, sell, and make money. But as long as I was growing in my understanding of art, I found that it's not just a career, it's a vocation. So being a vocation, you have a lot of challenge when you start getting some inspiration which is out of your usual way of living. Sometimes you can be sleeping, then you feel like no, something is telling me to do something. Then you have to wake up at that time. Sometimes you want to be alone somewhere because it's like you are talking into your mind yourself. Then at that time, I usually want to be very quiet. I don't want to talk too much. So it's just my mind talk to me. Then whatever is talking within me is that what I am expressing on my canvas. So that's the unusual experience which I can say I always have in art. Okay, I heard a lot of artists, they always try to define how they get their inspiration. But for my experience, I think art is like dreaming. You never plan to dream. You will be into it and dream. So inspiration is coming to you, unwillingness. You see, you never say that because of the people around me. You never say because I met someone. No, those never been my experience. Because I never think what to do. So from this analogy I give about dreaming, so it's like dreaming. When before you sleep, you will never know what you will dream. But when you are into it, that the experience now you have, then that is the part of inspiration now. Because whatever now will be communicating in your mind, it's at that right time when you are getting inspiration. So inspiration is not something like you have to observe tree, you have to observe water. You see, inspiration is something which comes to you unwillingly. It will come to you at a moment. Maybe tomorrow you will never have such an experience again. That's a part of my knowledge about being inspired. So to be inspired is something automatic coming to me. I never had an idea to what inspiration will come next. Yeah, there are two parts of when I'm doing my art. There are the part where I want to do my art to make a living. So competitively, when you are in the public market, you will find people doing African women, African village, all those kind of things. So many people, when they come to the market, you need to show something like that because it's a public market where you want just to make a business. So there is another side of me where if I want to bring out something which is unique, I will never know which one I will do. I will never know which one I will do. It's just before my easel and my palette and my canvas, whatever will come on that right time, is that what I will do. Then it's something when I do such a thing, it's something I will never reproduce it very easily. Because I always fail when my customer comes back to me. When I do something new, I put in the market out of those African women and what, I put it in the market, you will see someone come to me, can you do this to me exactly the way you did or something? I always fail to do that. Because I can say the experience I had, it was not according to my will on that time or plan. It is something which came automatically. I express it and I excite love of that piece into people. So if you ask me to reproduce such a thing, it will become like I never did it myself, that piece before. Talking by the society, we can see people, we can see nature, we can see everything. So art by itself is everything within the society, art by itself. Because you can talk of life without art. To those who believe, for example, in the divine creation of God, I think God is the highest artist who created everything. in this world. So art being based on creativity, so the artist is the image of God in that perspective, where you are the image of God to show its nature of creativity. So art within the society has to play a big role, where I can say that almost everyone in this world is an artist, because you have something to do in a unique way. That something to do in a unique way is based on creativity, and the creativity become now the part of artistry. And when you have something which shows that artistry, you are an artist, no matter what you can do in this life. Yeah, then come back again, talking to the society then about creativity. So life of people is something which is very close to an artist. Life in general. As I said, you always link art to life. So when you want to create, it is not just in front of your canvas. You can create in another way by transforming life of people directly or indirectly. Indirectly, there is many ways, depend to the perspective which you see it. Then directly, maybe to touch people in different way as well. So art is a part of divinity. So whatever is the recommendation of divinity, an artist has that duty to do it, to transform life. Impact my artistic perspective. Yeah, there are a lot of story, but one which impacted my artistic is when I read about who is this artist, Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. When I read about him, I saw that there is a lot of things which an artist can do. There is a lot of things because there is an open door for an artist to touch in any angle of life, in any aspect of life. So by talking about Da Vinci, he went through a lot of experimentation and until he defined himself as a scientist, a mathematician, a philosopher, a painter, a sculptor. Then he did a lot. So that impacted my life too much and made me believe that I think I have the potential to do many things, not just to stand before my canvas and using my brush and knife, but palette knife, I can do more rather than just painting. Because an artist has an open-minded, then art is not far from science. Art is not far from philosophy. Then by talking of all that, I think an artist can approach a different angle of life. Experimentation is very important because that's the way we are living in this world. Everything is part of experimentation. When you're born, you have to experiment to speak, you have to experiment to walk, you have to experiment to eat. So experimentation is not just limited on art, it's what we are going through every day. So talking for myself according to art, I enjoy that part of experimentation because experimentation is making you grow, because you will never grow without experiment anything. You will never understand life or the environment you are living without experiment. So before or in front of my canvas, I have to experiment different things. So there is no any back something in back of my hand before I paint that, okay, I will go like this, I will do it like this. So I have to go according to that experimentation which I will do at that time. So experimentation is something which I live every day and every time when I'm expressing myself as an artist. Oh yeah, it's a tough question, very difficult question to give a straight answer, because when an artist produces a piece, you never know what kind of viewer you get. Then you never know what is attracting the viewer on that piece, because everyone is viewing that from his or her own perspective and understanding and emotionally connection. So an artist, you are there just to produce. Don't expect whatever you will get back. Just exhibit or showcase your talent. The piece itself will be talking on your behalf. The piece itself we know to who communicate. I remember someone, an artist, very experimental artist, who told me that, then that one is my father. He said that when you produce a piece, there is always the owner of that piece somewhere in the world. So if it take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years without selling, don't regret or think too much. That owner will come to meet that piece one day and will take it. So talking of that, I would like to show that when you do a piece, you will never know what you are communicating to people. Because as an artist, you will have your own interpretation of what you do. But when you display your art, anybody got its interpretation. So art can talk different language. Art can talk different language, and that language is understood by everyone who is standing before it. Yeah, as I said before, that when I was willing to become an artist, as I say, it's not just a career, it's a vocation. I was thinking first about making money, meaning I produce, I sell, I make money. But along the way, I come to find out that no, there is now something which is growing now within me, which I can't go away from it. That is called talent. That talent is impacted my life a lot, because it's become something which I can't get away from it. It's something, you know, you can see I call it something because nobody can understand whatever is within him as an artist. But you will keep on experimenting whatever he's telling you to do. So that impacted my life very much, to the spiritual side of it, to the physical side of it, even to my moral way of living. So it has really a big impact in my life, art. Yeah, everything started is moving around art. As I say, art is part of any life, human life in this world. So art is really a fine line between science and between philosophy, because art is based on creativity. So you can't be a good scientist because without having that sense of creativity. You can't be a good philosopher without having that sense of creativity. So by understanding that, art is pulling me now to understand that it is an open door for me to reach any aspect of life. So talking by philosophy, you can have political philosophy, social philosophy, and moral philosophy. So art being close of that through its creativity, I'm so attracted in all those aspects of life to discuss, even to act politically, morally, and what should I say, is a political philosophy, moral philosophy, and the social philosophy. So all those things are really attracting me because I understand that as an artist, I can approach all those ways. Somewhere also, art is not far from science. So I'm always willing to try to invest myself into social science. You see, to try. I know many people they say sociology is not a science, but there is a real debate from that. I believe that sociology is a science, so I will always want to invest myself by looking to understand what is that is important to transform a life of human being or to understand a human being. So I was trying to keep on writing small things, then keep it. I believe one day those writing can become part of my life. I will just tell people aspiring to become artists that you don't have to aspire to become artists for material reason. You have to know that you are an artist. When you know, you discover that you're an artist, you will go through some stage of life, which is first of all experimental. You have to experiment. Then don't be afraid of saying maybe what I'm doing other people will never appreciate it. There will be someone who will appreciate that. Never be afraid of making mistake, because through mistake you are learning. And those part of experiment and mistake become part of your learning. Then through learning you have to persevere. Perseverance is also part of it. All those four principles I give you, or I give to the person who is aspiring to become an artist, that will shape up your personality. Then when you set your own vision on what you want to do, what you want to become, that's how you become an artist. No, don't aspire to become an artist. You must be an artist.
Those were very strong closing words, and we appreciate your time that you've spent here with us in conversation. And yeah, that's the end of the conversation here.
All right, thank you very much.
Unissons-nous et célébrons tous ensemble les victoires de notre libération. Engageons-nous et levons-nous tous comme un seul homme pour défendre notre liberté et unité. Oh, chers fils et filles de l'Afrique, chers du soleil, chers du ciel, faisons de l'Afrique l'arbre de vie. Unissons-nous et chantons tous ensemble pour maintenir les liens de notre destin. Consacrons-nous et combattons tous comme un seul homme pour la paix et la justice durable sur terre. Oh, chers fils et filles de l'Afrique, chers du soleil, chers du ciel, faisons de and unity. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa a tree of life. Let us all unite and sing together to uphold the bonds that frame our destiny. Let us dedicate ourselves to fight together for lasting peace and justice on earth. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life. Let us all unite and toil together to give the best we have to Africa.